Hello? 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 What the fuck? Hello? Dude, my shit completely crashed. I was just talking shit and it legit, dude, the blue square it has to be real. The blue square has to be real. I don't know what to tell you. I literally was just talking shit because it was taking a little too long on the load screen. And then all of a sudden, boom! Like, I might have just lost the footage from the first three. My OBS and my RPCS crashed. So, we'll try this again. Don't know what was going on there, but it is what it is. I don't lose any game data. That's at least the good news. So the games are finalized. It's just I might have lost the footage. I have to check after. All right, Dogwater, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. But yeah, the grease definitely ruined. Heads kicked, okay. Here we go. See, Dogwater is so fucking fat. The game crashes my computer because it can't handle the load of Coach Dogwater. All right, here we go. Minnesota and Northwestern. Northwestern has like an outside chance of like a citrus maybe. Minnesota right there in the citrus hunt. Maybe a chance to win the Big Ten. Oh, 14-0 in the blink of an eye here for Minnesota. They're dominating 21-0. Oh my God, where's the defense? Oh my God! Fat boy everywhere. Grease all over the bleachers. Popped him like a pimple. 35-10. 42-10. 42-18. No chance at a comeback. It's a splattering. Down goes Fat Boy. Minnesota with the cover. Congratulations, after a down year. Minnesota is back. It just took a tight game against Wisconsin to get you guys rolling. You're welcome. I'll take credit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Barton Tuck had a kickoff return. So Rutledge goes 18 for 35, 344, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Leonard, they couldn't run the ball at all. Jerry Maxwell carried the team per usual. 4 TFLs here for Tyler. No sacks, no interceptions. 1 deflection and 2 fumbles. Bo Houston, 17 of 24, 227, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Addie McBuckets, 26 of 103. Addie McBuckets kind of cooked. 3 TFLs for Quinn, 2 sacks. The interception for Jenkins. 4 deflections. The fumble for David Scott. 49-18 is your final. Congratulations. All right, so that's a Minnesota cover for those of you guys betting at home. And we move on. Next up, Iowa State and Baylor. Normally an all-time classic game. Baylor having a tiny bit of a down year, but with the injury to Cleat Peppers, you never know. They got a true freshman starting now. So, Schwartz, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. It's a 7-point favorite for Iowa State. Can Baylor fight back, obviously, Coach Flame? Slight down here still, though. I would not be shocked at all if he gets a win here. Alright, he said, where's that chat message? I can't see his old chat message. Tails and kick, he said, okay. So here we go. Potentially looking for a top 2 seed and a bye in the 14-team playoff. They've got to win out, though. So here we go, Waco, where teams typically go to die. Hasn't really been the case so much. But yes, Lions getting his first career start. So tails and kick. True freshman under the lights. What could go wrong? Apparently a lot. Nobody scoring. Touchdown, Iowa State finally. 7-0 to start the game. Baylor gets one back. Baylor takes the lead. Iowa State, they find one back. And they get a field goal right before the break. Huge. Baylor, though, takes the lead. It's a barn burner. We're going back and forth here. Oh, man. A 10-point lead. All right. So they've got to start scoring here in a hurry. And, oh, Iowa State pulling away with it here late. We got a quick score there. Remember, we can't jump in unless it's a one-score game. 4th and inches. What is the plan? They don't get it. Or yes, they do, and that will end the game. All right, so Iowa State takes care of business. Iowa State with the cover. 99% of the money was on Iowa State. Ray J. Butler helping his freshman quarterback, Johnny Burton, as well. So Preston Lyons in his first career start, 18 for 28, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think that's pretty damn good. Greg Cooper, 119, 3 TDs. Ray J. only had 95 yards, held under 100 yards. 5 TFLs for Andre Wilson. 3 total sacks. 2 deflections and no fumbles. And for Baylor, Julian Bexley, 19 of 33, 253 and 3 touchdowns. Very good day for him. And Zachariah Sparks, the freshman, they just can't run the ball right now. Wing receiver, Zach Hill, he had 2 touchdowns. Tony Tube-Socks, 3 TFLs for Dortch, 2 sacks. No picks. 2 deflections. And no fumbles. So that will do it here. Iowa State 45, Baylor 28. So Bexley, Greg Cooper, Andre Wilson, and Jordan Dortch are your players of the game. But this is an ISU cover. So now we're on a bit of a cover roll here. All right, next up, we've got the Patreon Game of the Week. Georgia Tech, who's lost 2 of their last 3, and Coach Airborne, who last week was playing on a 3rd-string quarterback. So, heads or tails, kick or receive, Airborne. I see you in the chat. This is a 9.5-point favorite for Georgia Tech. Kick and tails. All right. And then Coach Mike, he wanted a jersey, gold jersey. Yeah, Poppy was dragging you down. Yeah. I thought Poppy Showtime was going to be so good. He's been so bad. But 2 wins here for Airborne. If he wins out, he'll make a bowl game. Coach Mike trying to right the ship here. Still playing for a potentially an at-large spot. At worst, maybe a citrus. So coin toss goes to Georgia Tech, and that's not what Mike wants. Oh no, they ended up kicking. I don't think it's going to matter too much as they get a touchdown first anyways. It's 14-0 in the blink of an eye. Can NC State hold? Yeah, they get a field goal. 21-3 at the break. Can we see something from this offense? NC State, oh, a kickoff return. That's what they're going to need. They need other ways to score points. Backdoor cover, maybe. Andrews, long drive, doesn't get anything done. Not looking good. 31-10. It looks like a Georgia Tech cover. Another interception, and that is going to do it. 34-10. And, man, another 3 and out. They got a punt, and that will do it. Congratulations, Mike. GT with the cover. Gets back on track. $76-yard run for Tuffy. So 34-10 is your final. Rodney Andrews, 11 for 33, 67 yards, 33% is not going to cut it. Tuffy, though, 131. He's going to have a great career. Whatmuff, Decker, and Workman, all 10-plus tackles. 3 TFLs for Turner. The sack for Glauber. Interception for Washington. 3 deflections and no fumbles. Kayoyama, 14-22, 191, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Rodney Rose led the way, 82 yards. They really didn't get much in terms of yardage, but they just kept punching them in the mouth for 4 yards a carry. Schlongbaum, 9 TFLs. 3 TFLs for Agnew. He had a sack. They had 2 total sacks. Interception for Jermaine Merritt. 2 deflections. No fumbles. 6-7. Boo. All right, so that's a Georgia Tech cover for those of you guys following along at home. Don't think anybody even bet on this game. Got to get those Bobinas in, folks. Don't be scared. And critical matchup here for the Sun Belt. Probably going to be a preview of the Sun Belt Championship. Undefeated Southern Miss, Death Taxes Southern Miss, and Georgia Southern hanging in there at 7-3. This is a CPU versus CPU game. On paper, it looks to be pretty even, but Southern Miss, 5.5-point favorite. They just always seem to pull these games out. They just own this conference for whatever reason. Minus 5.5. And, or are you going to trust in JSOW? Are they going to get them back? These are the 2 best teams in the conference, and it's not particularly close. Let's jump on in. Southern Miss, top 10 team right now. One of 3 undefeateds left in the country. Notre Dame, UTSA, and Southern Miss. And it's been a while since we've had multiple undefeateds in one year. Maybe even any undefeateds. I can't remember surely. But we've got rain. Oh, baby. This favors Southern Miss. Let's see what happens here at Allen Paulson Stadium. The field where I lost a playoff game. So heads and kick as always when we jump on board in these games. Here we go. Sunbelt action, critical cross-divisional game. Likely a preview of what we'll see in 2 weeks. It looks like neither team fighting early. They don't want to give either... they don't want to give the other side their game plan. I'm guessing they tie it up. They were down 10. They take the lead. 17 unanswered here for Georgia Southern. And they're going to go 24 unanswered. Here comes Southern Miss. They're fighting back. They've got to get a long drive here, though. Down by 7 in 2 plays. No! And they had a 2-play touchdown and an instant return for the touchdown. What in the world? So you put together a long drive to tie it up. They kick it, but then they drive right down, of course. And here we go. Oh, baby, 4th and 9. A punt from Georgia Southern. So Southern Miss will get their chance. So they will just let this roll. So Southern Miss, 3 timeouts, 2 minutes. They need a field goal. Can they find a way? Can they save Christmas? (31-31). Drop back. They'll throw it. Dumps it off to the running back. It's 2 yards. That's Andy Weber, their top running back. Mike Smith, the new quarterback. No more SFA players on this roster. 31-0. He yams it deep. Right side. He's open. Found a hole. Oh, they trip over each other. What a play for Scott Macklin. Already now in field goal range. Missed tackle, takes out the corner. Ton of yardage there. Now they'll hand it off. Evie Weber, he's going to push forward. And Georgia Southern still has some SFA players on their side. They have Donnie Dishes, they have Calix Bosshard, and Cole Castles transfer from NC State. 2nd and 8, the handoff. Oh, a little hezzy, and he gets a nice push. Or no, it's Cole Castle's transferred from Maryland, not NC State. 31-all, 3rd and 1. They'll throw it. Interesting tactic here. He yams it to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Peter Spencer! So the extra point to go up 7, but did they leave too much time on the clock? Southern Miss proving why they're an undefeated team. Which is good ball. 38-31. Here is the return. They already returned 1 for a touchdown here today. This time they're stuffed up. It's Goobsbly. Look at the yards difference and the play difference. 16 more plays, but only 23 more yards. So here comes Jay Sow to save Christmas. Cole Castles at quarterback. Floats that one. Wide open man. He goes out of bounds. Jason Turner, his 6th catch of the day. Yeah, I'm expecting this to be the rematch of the Sun Belt Championship. Cole Castles has the time. He steps up, dumps it off. It'll be a 1st down, and he pushes to fringe yam range now. Austin Washington. Minute 8 on the clock. 1 timeout. They need a touchdown. Cole Castles yams it deep, left side, open man, 1 man to beat, inside the 20, they push him out, it's Adam Blanco. They'll hurry it up, they're inside the 20, Cole Castles, putting the team on his back. Castles floats it to Washington. He goes out of bounds, but they'll call him inbounds. Clock continues to roll. They've got to hurry this up now. One timeout. Castles jams it to the end zone. And out of bounds by a foot. Just missed him. Disaster for the J-South faithful. 3rd and 10. Yams it out the back of the end zone. Game officially on the line. What is the call to stay in this game? Pistol formation. Castles floats it. It's caught. He got to make a move. He breaks 2 and he's short. Oh, Donald Harbor. He tried. He tried his hardest, but Southern Miss is going to survive. They're going to go to 11 and 0. Oh, baby. (38-31). It will be your final. Georgia Southern gave them a ride, but just not quite enough, and it will be a Southern Miss cover. Congratulations to the Southern Miss fans and the Southern Miss bettors. 52% of the money goes to Southern Miss. So we got 3 games left on this stream, and we got a game day. We got the big boy games now. Oh, Georgia State now controls their own destiny, Rick? That is not good. And this has huge, I mean, the Sun Belt's something to keep an eye on, because if Southern Miss wins, they'll be like a top, probably 6 or 7 seed, but if anybody else wins, they'll probably be the 14 seed. So, if you're looking for an at-large bid, or if you're looking for seeding, maybe you'll get a home game. You gotta tune into the Sun Belt. One to keep an eye on. Alright, let's check out the stats here. Scoring summary. Frickin' 99-yard kickoff return almost saved Christmas. Mike Smith, though, 19 of 31, 275, 2 touchdowns. Andy Weber, 153 and 2 touchdowns. Spencer, 121. 3 TFLs for Johnson, no sacks, no interceptions, just good defense. I mean, not really, and they gave up 31 points, but Cole Castle's 20 of 42, 398, 3 touchdowns, running the ball 69 yards. 2 different guys over 100 yards here. The big play was working, but they just couldn't find the finishing blow. 3 TFLs for Stephen Kemp, no sacks, no interceptions. 4 deflections, and no fumbles. So 38-31 is your final. That is a Southern Miss cover for those of you guys betting at home. Yeah, I like when a guy leaves somewhere due to a promise and they're cooking, you know. That's how it's supposed to work. All right, here we go. Texas Tech lost the game day vote by 1 vote. D-Sleep, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And if either of you guys want jerseys, let me know. But critical game here. I don't think Texas Tech can win the division now that A&M won their game. But Texas can still if they win out. Neither team gave me jersey submissions, but this is a 3-point favorite for the Longhorns. So are you going with Texas or Texas Tech? Disastrous week last week. Texas Tech lost by a yard. Alright, and I don't see D-Sleep, so Pizza, let me know, kick or receive. We'll jump on board with you. God, dude, Texas somehow going back to the playoff after how bad they've been this year. It'd be like real-life Texas. Ugh. You know what? This Texas does play a lot like real-life Texas. Bunkersfield has a Heisman, Arch Manning, all the Heisman hype, and just absolutely abysmal. I don't know how they're 7-3, but here we go. Gotta take a sip of the drink. Gotta wet those vocal cords. You might be screaming over Coach Jarkus and those Hawkeyes tonight. Here we go. State Pride looking like the Houston Roughnecks. The XFL. All right, here we go. 5-5, so Texas Tech playing for their bowl lives. No more division hopes. They've had a brutal schedule this year. Stop the count. It's a Texas cover. Can the Pickle get it done? Not so far. He's putting up a big old 0 and a big-time score. I don't know who scored there. Don't think it was the offense, but they somehow lead at halftime. Oh, my God, Texas. Not like this. Oh, my God, Texas. What are you doing? It's an 8-point lead. Texas, what are you doing? It's 20-9. Come on, you got to kill the Pickle. You've got to kill the Pickle at 27 unanswered. And they do get one back, but remember, it has to be a one-score game for us to jump in. And I think that's going to do it. So unless they get a very quick score here, it's 4th and 1,000,000, a 15-yard penalty on the defense. Are they going to find the end zone here with any chance? 2 seconds left. They scored, but there's no time left. So Texas Tech wins the game. No time. Texas Tech survives. So that's a Texas Tech outright victory, folks. So congratulations. The reverse cover. So Texas Tech is bowl eligible, but unlikely to make a bowl unless they win next week. And now Texas, I think, is eliminated. So I think A&M just won the division. Is Mango going to the Big 12 Championship year 1? Did I call it? I think I called it. As Pickleman goes 23 of 35, 293, 2 touchdowns. I know I called it. But, oh, man, I called A&M, baby. Mango Mania is exactly right. Skaggs with 10 tackles. Only 2 total TFLs. No sacks from the defense. Talk about an all-SFA defensive line. Yucky town. 3 deflections. The fumble for Tonda. Tonda. And for D, Sleep. Bunkersfield, 22 of 43, 263, 2 touchdowns. Some are saying he needs to give his Heisman back. Ship it to Kirko. Snodgrass, 64 yards. 5 TFLs, 1 sack for Johnny Lilly. Interception. 2 deflections. And Fumble for Van Houten. So that's going to do it. Congratulations, Pizza. Your season is alive. Who do you play next week? Yeah, it only took till week 13 for the defense to arrive. Oh, God. Baylor for a bowl. Oof. All right, so that's a TTU outright victory. Congratulations. Congratulations. God, having a stroke over here today. All right. Let's keep it going. Couple games left. Maryland at UNC. Maryland has already clinched the division. This is just now for Papa Smoke to stun on these hoes. This is a game he's not been able to win. It's third-string quarterback for North Carolina. So who do you got? Are you rocking with UNC, still favored by 6.5 without Big Bible Bob? But Maryland has a chance to make the playoff. They just have to beat FSU. Get those predictions in. And this would knock UNC out of a Citrus Bowl chance. Remember, the two highest ranked users who are not in the playoff will be in the Citrus Bowl. So anybody in that like 10 to 20 range is in range for it. Exactly. This is like a Pitt just in their real life, in their press conference saying, the Notre Dame game doesn't matter as long as we win the next two. Papa Smoke doesn't care about this game. But watch, this is the time where you're going to absolutely smoke these chumps. The second scoring offense in the country. CeeLo Gold and Benedict. Oh man, it is cold. Look at that. A dreary day here at Chapel Hill. Look at that. No snow, but completely overcast. I don't think we've seen this too often. Ooh, looks like it's about 10 degrees. I need to get a blanket. Ooh. Alright. So here we go. Can Sirlax's Brio save Christmas? Fine 9-3. Playoffs are out of the question for him this year, sadly. 2 national championship appearances in the last 3 seasons. Got a 14-14 game here going. Maryland, though, they're kind of cooking here. And, oh, they cannot get it done. They have to settle for 3. Up by 3, though. North Carolina takes the lead. It's never going to be easy. 31-28. And can they score? No. Go one drive at a time. We're going one play at a time. 4th down. And did they miss? They missed the 37-yarder. Morris O'Shea, what are you doing? So here comes UNC back the other way. It's 4th and 1,000,000. And they have to punt it from the 38. So Maryland can clinch it here, folks. A couple of first downs going to win the ball game. Game right here, potentially. Handoff. CeeLo Gold. He'll get it. So one more first down will win the game. Maryland will get that North Carolina monkey off their back. And Maryland, man, this could also, even if you lose the ACC championship, this could get you into a Citrus Bowl, winning out and being 10-3 with wins over North Carolina. Hello? Maryland, what a year. And man, if you would have told me at the beginning of the year North Carolina would go 8-4, oof. Not final yet. CeeLo Gold up the gut, no. 4 yards wins the game for Maryland. Can Papa Smoke finally get this Tar Heel off his back? The snap. CeeLo, he's short! North Carolina will get a chance. I'm going to say, if you would have told me at the beginning of the year Maryland would beat the Tar Heels and would win the Beak, both in one season, hello? It's like the best possible year of all time. But it's not over. Fake punt, fake punt, fake punt. Drake May, Drake May, Drake May. Fake punt, fake punt, fake punt. And oh no. It's returnable up the sideline. Cordell Spicer, 47 seconds in a dream. You can never count out the Tar Heels. The talent roster is just too damn good. Four wide, 47 seconds on the clock. The snap. Has time, he yams it deep, right side, underthrown as the defender got pushed the offensive lineman into Joey Gray. (31-28). 42 seconds in a dream. He yams it, Crump intercepted! He just threw the game away! He just threw it away! Dallas Bochinski! And for the first time in Papa Smoke's career, he takes down North Carolina! We can start calling North Carolina 8-4 just like A&M. Sierra Lax's Brio is dead until he gets another generational quarterback in the transfer portal for $100K. 31-28 is your final. Maryland gets it done. The outright victory. Boom, boom, shakalaka. What a win. And man, that is the kind of game that will build their momentum up to the FSU game. Don't be shocked if Maryland upsets Florida State in the ACC Championship. Papa Smoke in the playoff? Could we get a Battle of the Beak game in the playoff? Hello? We had Cyhawk in the playoff. Please give us Battle of the Beak. Now I'm cheering for it. Battle of the Beak. Arguably the best rivalry in the SFA. Jarkus fumbled it away on a kick on a punt return earlier this year. All right, here we go. Benedict Hasselbrook, 22 of 31, 287, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. CeeLo Gold, 26 of 94. Watch out for this team. A lot of SFA talent. Dallas Bochinski, 2 TFLs for Nichols, 3 total sacks, 2 interceptions, 4 deflections, and no fumbles. And for North Carolina, it's a dead season for them. Joey Gray. They definitely need to fix something at quarterback here. But Hulk Hogan, 19 of 140. Tyone Gary, he'll be back next year. Kemba McLeod, 2 TFLs for Wrexham. 1 sack, 1 interception for Tony Key. (31-28) is your final. Maryland with the outright victory. All right, so now we got our main event. Miami at Florida. Critical game for both these teams in terms of resume. Not so much. There's not like SEC on the... I accidentally just opened Epic Games. Leave me alone. So... Miami and Florida. Let's see what we got here. Let me get my players of the game first. This is Maryland with the outright victory. All right, here we go. Yeah, we don't need to finish this. Let's hop on Fortnite. Miami at Florida, 11 at number 17. Critical game for just any high-level bowl game, especially the Citrus. If you're here, Eisen, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Tribe, if you're here as well, let me know kick or receive. This is a Florida 5-point favorite. So Florida's kind of been able to save Christmas a little bit. They stumbled mid-season a few times. Miami has kind of proven that they are like an elite rushing team. Yeah, Fringe at large bid here as well, Rick. You're exactly right. Swedish meatballs on egg noodles. Ooh, yummy, yummy. Alright, I don't see Tribe or Eisen, so we'll just hop on board with Eisen as normal. Battle of the Seminole War Canoe. It's funny, they're battling for custody of their child, FSU. Alright, here we go. Miami at Florida. Watch out, though, for Miami. If they get into the playoff, they got a great defense and an amazing run offense. Can't really throw the ball, but we are in the swamp. Miami. Everything in front of them. I got buffalo mac and cheese on deck tonight, along with dill pickle flavored Pringles. Here comes Pizza with the moral victories. On pace to finish top 26. So here we go. Miami at Florida in the swamp. Gator on Hurricane. No points here early. Defense is at a premium today. 7-10-0. Miami doing absolutely nothing per usual. They get a touchdown there, and Florida gets one back. Florida pulling away. Florida, Florida, Florida. Miami can't get anything. Oh, no. Oh, no, not like this, Miami. Miami, not like this. Interception by Dayton Zaid, and that's going to be the football game. A 20-point favor, and Florida wins in emphatic fashion. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge for Coach Tribe. Massive victory for Coach Tribe. Chance to get into the playoff. Chance, I mean, he doesn't even need to win the division at this point. If he just beats Florida State next week, right? Is that who they play? And it's GG's. Sycamore Kratis, 18-39, 223, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. As their kind of upper echelon bowl hopes die. Their Super Bowl was beating Georgia Tech. 4 TFLs for Mason, 2 sacks, no interceptions, 2 deflections, 2 fumbles, and they got them both. And for Coach Tribe, Matt Tremblay, 17-25, 241, 2 touchdowns. Reed, 158 and 1 touchdown. Newsom led the way. Ladarius Quan Swamp cooking, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks. The picks, they had 2, both SFA players, Kaisenberg and Zaid. The fumble to Russell Thomas. So that will do it here for the BearCave slate. As always, before we head on out of here, we'll preview next week's matchups. And remember, of course, all matchups next week that impact a division race will be on BearCave. So we might have a very big extended slate. It's a big opportunity to earn Bobanos. Big opportunity to earn BearCave points. And it will be on Monday, normal, 7 p.m. Eastern. So before we get on out of here, we have 1 game left, which will be a critical cross-divisional game in the Big Ten. Let's just make sure that's all we've got. Yep, so number 6 versus number 7. Iowa at Ohio State. And to preview next week, though, it is rivalry week. And oh boy, this game is for the division and pretty much for a playoff spot. Heisman favorites versus Coach Phi. Day night, the future Wisconsin baddie. Illinois versus Northwestern. Auburn and Alabama. That should be on BearCave. Baylor, Texas Tech. A lot on the line. Both need a win for a bowl game. Florida, Florida State. This will be probably for Florida's chance at the playoff, and Florida State for a first-round bye. And this one is for me getting fired, so we'll see what happens with that game. Arkansas, Missouri, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Nevada, UCLA, Texas, and A&M. A&M can rest their players. Stanford. If there's other critical games here. Army, Navy, of course, always a good one. Both pretty good this year. 7-4, 8-3. Both will be in bowl games. Ohio State, Michigan. UNLV, Fresno State. This is for the division and for a playoff spot. The other one's not getting in at 10-2 and an at-large. So critical game there. Two very good G5 teams. Notre Dame, USC. So can Notre Dame lose? That is the question. That would put them out of a chance at a bye. They are, I believe, in the playoff. I think Notre Dame's first team to clinch a playoff bid. Rutgers and Maryland. I don't know what the deal is with Rutgers and the AAC because they lost to Temple, but I think that they still clinch. But this is a great chance to boost the resume. Miami, East Carolina. Rutgers clinch with a loss. Boo. You get fired instantly if it's at 0%, Coach Phi. This one is also for the division. Kent State, Ohio. And, oh, this one... If Iowa loses, this would be for the division as well, Rick. Am I right? I think so. So, gotta tune into this game day here in a second. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll try and splice together the footage if it's saved. If not, this will just get uploaded and we'll unfortunately lose some of those highlights from the OT game. But luckily, the actual data is gone. It all auto-saves, so... thank you so much. I'll be back in about 5 minutes for game day. Peace.